members. We have Attorney Marjorie Palomar as chairperson, Ms. Angelina Leon as vice chairperson, Attorney Dan Emilio, regular member, engineers, Reynald Panapina, Mr. Latin Castillo, provisional members. On the part of the observers, we have Ms. Veronica Rivera from COA. Likewise, we have in attendance the head members of the technical working group and the members of the back secretariat. On the part of the prospective leaders, we have for the Maubang Quezon project, we have from Pacific Summit Construction Group Incorporated, Mr. Ronnie Lamon Lamon. From Crown Asia Corporation, Mr. Joseph Malabrica. For the Maasin Southern Leyte project, we have likewise from Crown Asia Corporation, we have Mr. Joseph Malabrica, and from LR Construction, Mr. Noel Mosas.
Okay, as is the foregoing, the chair says that there's a quorum. We'll back meeting HOP number 203-2018 of order. What do you have scheduled today?
We have two items under our agenda, Mr. Chair. Number one, the preliminary conference for the following projects. Letter A, construction of backup area and port operations building, Port of Maubang, Quezon. Letter B, construction of port operations building and Rororam, Port of Maasin, Southern Leyte. And number two, under other matters, we have the pre-procurement conference for the following projects. Improvement of existing rock causeway, Port of San Roque, Daram, Samar, and construction of backup area, Port of Esperanza, Masbate. Letter B, bid evaluation report for the following projects. Barangay Uog Port Development Project in Abanga, Bohol, construction of RCP Airport of Ubay, Bohol, and expansion of backup area and RC Wartol to Cagayan de Oro, Cagayan de Oro City.
Okay, if there are no objections, let's proceed to the first item on our agenda, the bid conference.
For the construction of backup area and port operations building, Port of Maubang, Quezon. The project was re-advertised on October 26, 2018, considering that the first scheduled bidding was declared a failure. The two bidders, Arctic Risman and Sargasso Construction, were both declared failed, rated failed. So the approved budget for the contract for this project is 136,670,234.17 with a project duration of 450 calendar days. We have prospective bidders from Crown Asia and from Crown Asia Corporation and Pacific Summit Construction Group Incorporated. So the floor is now open for your queries, clarification, questions for the Maubang Quezon project. Pacific Summit Construction and Group Incorporated, Mr. Ronnie Lamon Lamon. Any question?
Yung 400. Regarding to the duration of 450 calendar days, is this including some unworkable days, or it is assumed that the whole 450 is workable?
Yes, sir. Yung sa 450 calendars, including lahat yan yung unworkable days natin. Mayroon estimated mayroon tayong 30 days additional yung sa regular na construction duration para sa unworkable days.
the entire document before we purchase. Is it
Siguro,
available for viewing?
yung plans natin, hindi naman natin pinag-designan. Website. Mala eh. Siguro, kung interesado talaga kayo, mamili na muna kayo. Kasi kung mag-participate ka naman kayo sa video, so, lahat kailangan mag-secure kayo ng documents, plans. Doon yun na makikita.
Okay, sir. Noted.
Development plans will not pay. Development plan.
Pero kung development plan lang kailangan mo, pwede namin produce sa'yo after magkakanasan. Pero yung buong detalye yan, may bayad. Malaki naman siya din.
Sige po.
Development plan siguro may bigay namin.
Salamat.
Please be reminded that the scheduled submission of bids is on November 20 at 9 a.m., while the opening of bids is on the same date, November 20 at 10 a.m.
Okay, proceed to the construction of renovation building for Port of Manila cover date.
The construction of Port Operations Building and Aurora Project, Port of Maasin, Southern Leyte, was advertised in a newspaper of general nationwide circulation on October 26, 2018. The approved budget for the contract is 48,544,352.27 with a project duration of 420 calendar days. We have two prospective bidders for the project, LNR Construction and Crown Asia Corporation. The floor is now open for your queries, clarifications, questions. From LNR, none. How about from Crown Asia Corporation? None. So, the scheduled submission, deadline for submission of bids is on November 20, 2018 at 9 a.m., while the opening of bids is likewise on November 20, 2018 at 11 a.m.
Okay, that concludes the bid conference for our agenda. We will now proceed to other matters. The prospective bidders are excused. Your questions no longer needed.
Secretary.
Okay, technical working group.
Yung ganun, sana siya. Yung
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm here to present the procurement for the improvement of existing rock causeway at the port of San Roque, Garang, Samar. For the introduction, the proposed improvement of existing rock causeway at San Roque in Garang, Samar is included in the DOTR CY 2016 and 2017 tourism and social reform related port projects that were handed over to PPA through a DOTR PPA MOA to conduct detailed engineering works, procurement, and implement the construction of the project ports. The fund for this project is yet to be released by DOTR to PPA. Here's the location map of the Daram Island and the proposed site. Shown here are the existing facilities at the port of Daram, port of San Roque in Daram. And here's the proposed improvement of the existing rock causeway at the port. Under the schedule of detailed engineering activities for the hydrographic and topographic survey, DSS conducted the survey on September 5, 2018. Site investigation was conducted by PPDD engineers on September 5, also 2018. Prices of construction materials are based on the construction materials price data supplied by the DPWH and canvas undertaken by PPDD. Labor rates were based on the latest published rates from the DOL website, and equipment rates were based on the latest asphalt equipment guidebook. The preparation of the design plans, technical specifications, quantity and cost estimates, program of work, and construction schedule were all completed. There are no issues on the right-of-way, and there are no affected utilities. Design report has been submitted. The following documents are to be submitted to the PMO in the application for the ECC for the project: the project feature, individual project program of work, equipment requirement, approved budget for the contract, construction schedule, and development plan. The construction safety and health program was prepared in accordance with the DO13 and the OSHS of the DOL. Bid and tender documents are been completed. Here are the following scope of work for the improvement of the port. The approved budget for the contract is in the amount of 9,230,982.40, and the total project cost is in the amount of 9,969,460.99. Here's the construction schedule showing the project duration, with a project duration of 180 calendar days, inclusive of the estimated 11 days of rain and workable days determined as favorable for the prosecution of the works on the site. For the eligibility requirements, the item of work of the completed contract must be similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, with at least 50% of the required quantity for major operations of work, as indicated in Form 9 of the eligibility documents. Here's the Form 9 with the following major operation of work: rock works, 50 to 100 rocks, 80 per piece rocks. We have 324 cubic meters, 500 kilogram per piece rocks of about 429 cubic meters. Fill materials with about 15 cubic meters. Reinforced concrete works, 45 cubic meters. And PCCP of about 993 square meters. The required pickup registration is small b for port, harbor, and offshore engineering. Here are the list of equipment requirements. key personnel requirements, we have the project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, construction safety and health officer, and foreman. That's all, sir.
Ongoing construction, may DOTR doon or after the construction sila nag-i-inspect? DOTR counterpart.
Meron
sir.
pa.
O kasi mismo minsan may nagtanong sa akin kung DOTR mismo, kung ni-report namin yun, sabi nila, how PPA is implemented. Sabi ko, yung MOA. Pero ang tanong, meron daw bang nag-i-inspect yung mga... Oo. Kaya sabi ko, tanong nila doon sa...
Meron ka na
Kausap
DOTR.
natin yun, sir.
Actually, yan from the office mo. Talaga, doon daw to
Kaya sa Perez.
No, Kudan. Music Kudan.
Sa water transport.
Si Asa Kidabi. Baka yung tanong siya taga-airport.
Taga-transport. Hindi, taga-transport. Water transport.
Water transport, civic dito pwede. Baka paano na dito?
Iba-iba nga kasi. Hindi
Pero si ganito yan, meron magbigay ka DOTR yan. Tsaka sila yung nagbigay ng data sa atin. Yung iba.
Tapos di ba pinaprovide din natin sila ng report?
Oo, every month.
Copy cards na.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, of the approval of the procurement or the improvement of structure causeway for Sagro and Darussan.
It has been moved as seconded to approve the procurement of the improvement of the citizen rock causeway port of San Roque. Staff, you are here and your position there too. There's the plan, the procurement of the improvement of the citizen rock causeway port of San Roque, Daram Sam, are hereby approved. Secretary has been instructed to proceed with the publication of the said project. Let's proceed to the next pre-procurement contract, the construction contract in the port of Esperanza, Masbate.
Ayun, pinito pa siya.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the BACDP. I'm here for the procurement presentation of Esperanza Port Project, construction of backup area. We start with, as you first slide is the location map of Port of Esperanza. As you can see, the Port of Esperanza is located in the southernmost part of Masbate Island. The perspective view of the port consists of existing facilities such as backup area and rock causeway. For the background information, the Port of Esperanza is located in the vicinity of Esperanza, a fifth-class municipality on the southmost part of the province facing the Visayan Sea. It is strategically located in the southwest part of mainland province of Masbate, which makes its proximity near the province of Cebu Samar, Biliran, Leyte, and Negros. The port has the following existing facilities: rock causeway, 300 linear meter, backup area, 2,932 square meter, concrete stair landing, 20 linear meter, Roro ramp 1 unit, and passenger shed, 96 square meter. About 2,000 square meter of the existing backup area serve as cargo storage, and a portion of it is occupied the passenger shed. The Port of Esperanza establishes a link between the southwestern part of Masbate and the northernmost part of Cebu province across the Visayan Sea by the Port of Maya in Damantayan, Cebu. Aside from Cebu, the port has existing linkages with Ormoc to the following port: Hawaiian, Naval, and San Isidro ports. Based on estimate, the existing total area of cargo storage is insufficient to handle the projected cargo traffic. In addition, since the Port of Esperanza is identified linked in the Central Nautical Highway Program of the national government, it is deemed appropriate that the port be accorded with additional backup area to complement its operation. The proposed project is included in approved prepaid APP for CY 2018 for head office infrastructure projects. For the development plan of existing facilities, the Port of Esperanza has existing backup area and Ramos Way. And here's the development plan showing the proposed development of backup area with an area of 7,159 square meter. For the schedule of detailed engineering activities, we have hydrographic topographic survey. This conducted by DSD. Site investigation was conducted by PPD engineers. Soil and foundation investigation conducted by S. Hardin and Associate. Construction materials were based on canvas made in Manila from prices submitted by suppliers and CMPD supplied by DPWH. Labor rates were based on the rate published in the DOLE website, and equipment rates were based on the 2014 ASEL rate. Preparation of design plan, preparation of technical specification, preparation of quantity and cost estimate, preparation of program works, preparation of construction schedule, preparation and submission of design report are already completed. Preparation of site road plans including schedule of acquisition not applicable and preparation of utility relocation not applicable also. PDD to submit the following document: project picture, individual project program work, equipment requirement, approved budget for the contract, construction schedule, and vicinity map. Minimum equipment requirement, safety and health program prepared in accordance with the 13 of DOLE, and preparation of bid and tender document is already completed. Here are the following scope of work: for construction of backup area with an area of 7,159.50 square meter. Here are the following sub-items of this backup area. B, port lighting system. We have also port lighting system for this project. The approved budget for the contract is 141,087,503.73 pesos, and the total project cost is 146,025,566.36 pesos, with the project duration of 420 calendar days. The approved project duration is 420 calendar days, inclusive of the estimated 30 days of rainy amortable days considered unfavorable for prosecution of work at the site. The eligibility requirement for technical, the item of work of the completed contract must be similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid with at least 50% of the required quantity for major operational work as indicated in Form 9 of the eligibility document. And here's the Form 9 with the following major operational work: option by driving of concrete piles, 2,435 linear meter, reinforced concrete work, 289 cubic meter, rock work with only one size, 50 to 100 kilogram per piece, 1,689 cubic meter, fill materials, 17,646 cubic meter, and construction of Portland cement concrete pavement, 3,535 square meter. The required pickup registration is medium A, port, harbor, and offshore engineering. Here's the following, here's the equipment requirement, minimum equipment requirement for this project. The key personnel requirement are project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, construction safety and health officer, and foreman. This is the end of presentation. Thank you, sir. Hindi po base sa amount, hindi base sa scope of work. Bahay-bahay ba to? Daming bahay.
Mr. Chairman, for the approval of the procurement for the construction of backup area for police operations.
Yes, can you move the second to approve procurement of the construction of backup area for the Esperanza Municipality to a application document. There is none. Procurement is approved. Secretary is instructed by instruction to proceed with the publication of the red drawings. Let's proceed to the next item on our agenda, the video evaluation report. Technical review, report. Yes. Please proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning to everybody. Here is a field evaluation report on the Barangay Uo Port Development Project, Barangay Uo, Inabangan, Bohol, PPA GOTR number 012-2018. And here is the scope of work, backup area and causeway, port lighting system, construction of passenger shed. The approved budget for the contract to bid as published for advertised is 45,355,694.70. The invitation to bid for the Barangay Uo Port Development Project, Barangay Uo, Inabangan, Bohol, was advertised in the newspaper General nationwide circulation on October 9, 2018. In response to the invitation to bid, only Canconchi Construction and Development Corporation secured the bid documents in the amount of 25,000 pesos. The loan bidder dropped the technical and financial envelope in the bid box located at the back office, fifth floor, 58 Corporate Building, Bonifacio Drive, South Harbor Port Area, Manila, before the deadline of 1 p.m. on October 30, 2018. The first envelope, the loan bidder, was opened and checked by the dock members to determine the contractor's compliance to required projects and pickup license and etc. After review evaluation by the dock and a motion duly made and properly seconded, Canconchi Construction Development Corporation was declared passing with the requirements of the first envelope. After the first envelope was opened and verified as to completeness, the second envelope of Canconchi Construction Development Corporation was opened. The documentary requirements were checked and the bid prices were read by the chairman and then recorded. Canconchi Construction and Development Corporation was able to comply with the documentary requirements for the second envelope. The bid offer of Canconchi Construction and Development Corporation conformed to the required items specified in the bill of quantities of the bid proposal. No deviations were found in the bid proposal of Canconchi Construction and Development Corporation. No technical or computational errors as well as discrepancies between the total bid prices and extended unit bid prices were found on the bid proposal of Canconchi Construction and Development Corporation. Pursuant to Rule 9, Section 32 of the 2016 revised IRR of Republic Act Number 9184, and based on the result of the bid valuation, which was found to be in order, the TW recommends to declare Canconchi Construction and Development Corporation at its calculated bid price of 44,578,616 over 100 pesos as the single calculated bidder, and that was qualification to be conducted on the second day. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, the Doctor, in the case of TWG, document to declare Canconchi Construction and Development calculated bid price of 44,578,660 and 76 centavos of the single total bidder, and that was calculated of the 37.
That's been moved as a candidate to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group as contained in the evaluation report about Barangay Uo Port Development Project, Barangay Uo, Inabangan, Bohol. Do I in the position there? There being none, Canconchi Construction and Development Corporation at the calculated bid price of 4,528,616 pesos and 78 centavos, which will be hereby declared as a single calculated bid. Technical working group hereby instructed on the post qualification of said bid.
Here again, bid qualification report on the construction of RC Pier, Port of Ubay, Bohol, LFPDHL number 036-2018. And the scope of work is construction of pier approach, construction of RC Pier. The approved budget for the contract to be bid as published or advertised is 97,084,311.20. The invitation to bid for the construction of RC Pier, Port of Ubay, Bohol, was advertised in the newspaper of General nationwide circulation on 9 October 2018. In response to the invitation to bid, Two bidders secured the bid documents in the amount of 50,000 pesos. And here is AG Construction Corporation, JPAC Construction Architects and Builders, and Construction Supply Joint Venture. The two bidders dropped the technical and financial envelope in the bid box located at back office, fifth floor, prepared corporate building, Bonifacio Drive, South Harbor, Port Manila, on the deadline of 9 a.m. on 30 October 2018. The first envelope of two bidders were opened and checked by the back numbers to determine the contractor's compliance to the requirements of project, pickup license, and etc. After the due evaluation by the back and a motion duly made and properly seconded, only JPAC Construction, Architects and Builders, and Construction Supply Joint Venture was declared passing with the requirements of the first envelope. However, AG Construction Corporation was automatically disqualified for failure to comply with the requirements that each bidder shall submit one original and 6 copies each of their technical and financial proposal, first and second envelope in separate sealed envelopes as required in the bid data sheet and pointed out in the important reminders of the press conference. After the first envelope were opened and verified as to completeness, the second envelope of JPAC Construction, Architects and Builders, and Construction Supply Joint Venture was opened. The documentary requirements were checked and bid prices were read by the chairman and then reported. JPAC Construction, Architects and Builders, Construction Supply Joint Venture was able to comply with the documentary requirements for the second envelope. The bid offer of JPAC Construction, Architects and Builders, and Construction Supply Joint Venture conform to the required items specified in the bill of quantities of the bid proposal. No deviations were found in the bid proposal of JPAC Construction, Architects and Builders, and Construction Supply Joint Venture. Arithmetical or computational errors, as well as discrepancies between the total bid prices and extended unit bid prices were found on the bid proposal of JPAC Construction, Architects and Builders, and Construction Supply Joint Venture. Pursuant to Rule 9, Section 32 of the 2016 revised IRR of Republic Act Number 9184, and based on the result of the bid evaluation, which was found to be in order, the TWE recommends to declare JPAC Construction, Architects and Builders, and Construction Supply Joint Venture at its calculated bid price of 95,897,552 and 51 over 100 pesos as the single calculated bidder, and that cost qualification be conducted on the said bid. That's all.
Mr. Chairman, I have clarification. TWE to declare JPAC Construction, Chrisman Builders and Construction Supply Joint Venture at its calculated price of 95,897,552 and 51 centavos. The single calculated bidder and the cost qualification conducted at the said bid.
That's been moved and seconded. We adopt the recommendation of the technical working group concerning the bid evaluation report on the construction of RTP for the Dubai Bohol. During the position thereto. There being none, JPAC Construction, Architects and Builders, and Construction Supply Joint Venture at its calculated bid price of 95,897,552 pesos and 51 centavos, the bidder is scared and a single calculated bidder. Technical working group is hereby instructed to conduct post qualification study. Proceed with the last report.
Good morning once again. Here's the last bid evaluation report on the expansion of backup area and RC Park, Port of Cagayan de Oro City, LFP MOC number 037-2018. And here is the scope of work: construction of backup area, extension of port, RCP living platform, port lighting system. The approved budget for the contract to be bid as published for advertised is 523,195,772.85. The invitation to bid for the expansion of backup area at RC Park, Port of Cagayan de Oro City was advertised in the newspaper of general nationwide circulation on October 9, 2018. In response to the invitation to bid, 6 bidders secured the bid documents in the amount of 75,000 pesos, namely Mara Builders Incorporated, Equiparco Construction Company, Mac Builders, Gold Ridge Construction Development Corporation, UKC Builders Incorporated, Sunwest Construction and Development Corporation. The 6 bidders dropped the technical and financial envelopes in the bid box located at the back office, 5th floor, 58 Corporate Building, Bonifacio Drive, South Harbor, Port Area, Manila, on a deadline of 1 p.m. on October 30, 2018. The first envelope of the 6 bidders were opened and checked by the back members to determine the contractor's compliance to the following projects, pickup license, and etc. After due evaluation by the back and motion duly made and properly seconded, the 6 bidders were declared passive with the requirements of the first envelope. After the first envelopes were opened and verified as to completeness, the second envelope of the 6 bidders were opened, the documentary requirements were checked, and the bid prices were read by the chairman and then recorded. The 6 bidders were able to comply with the documentary requirements for the second envelope. The bid offer of the 6 bidders conformed to the required items specified in the bill of quantities of the bid proposal. No deviations were found in the bid proposal of the bidders. Arithmetical or computational error as well as discrepancies between the total bid prices and extended unit bid prices was found on the bid proposal of Sunwest Construction and Development Corporation. Pursuant to Rule 9, Section 32 of the 2016 revised IRR of the Public Act Number 9184, and based on the result of the bid evaluation, which was found to be in order, the PWD recommends to declare UKC Builders Incorporated at its calculated bid price of 521,898,777.92 pesos as the lowest calculated bidder, and that qualification be conducted on the subject. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, responsibility to declare UKC Builders Incorporated at its calculated price of 521,898,767.92 centavos as the lowest calculated bidder, and the cost qualification be conducted in the said manner.
In the statement that recommended to adopt your recommendation, the technical working group as contained in its bid evaluation report on the expansion of backup area in RC Ward, Port Bengaluru, Bengaluru City, to a unit position thereto. There being none, UKC Builders Incorporated at its calculated bid price of 521,898,767 pesos and 92 centavos is hereby declared the lowest calculated bidder. Technical working group is instructed to conduct post-qualification of said bidder. Madam Secretary, do you have anything else scheduled today? There being none, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Tapos na nung holiday.
Sige po. Sige, thank you. Thank you.
Ay,
Bye-bye.
ano, remind me lang ka. Bukas? Ano oras? Kasi,
Bukas na ba, Alice?
ano oras
Yung
na
iba,
ba?
kami medyo pa.
Pero 7 talaga.
Dapat nga 7 yung ano.
Wala akong kasalanan dyan.
Nako.
Oh.
Ay, ako naman kasi matulog.
Araw na natulog. So bakit nakal pala ako kada to? Masama pa rin nakalikan.